Thank you for taking the time to click on Lore. We hope you enjoy the show. Don't forget to like and subscribe here and follow us on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/SlipperySteve. Hey, what is up? We are live. How's it going, everybody? I am Chris Ferguson, ChrisFergusonVO.com. You are checking out the L.O.R.E lounge here. We got... fingers working. Here we go. We got Anthony Fuentes and Dan Bouchon.
Hello.
And Bernie. What's up, Bernie? He's
the man.
He's cryogenically frozen right now in space and time.
At least he's sitting there very comfortably.
Yeah.
He's warm too. When he's frozen, but he's warm.
I don't know if you guys noticed in the improv class today, but like I was struggling. I'm still struggling to keep my hands warm. Like it's so cold in this house. Like especially this back corner where my office is.
The insulation here is pretty poor. Myself as much as someone might be inclined to disagree. Like I have like a window over here that is like probably paper thin, so like all this cold air that's like 14 degrees outside is just blowing in.
Hey, you never have to turn that AC on.
Yeah.
Oh,
When it gets to summer, you'd be surprised. The humidity is awful.
Right, and I've got my room. It was originally a garage, so they turned into a second living room, which I've turned into my nerd room / soon-to-be recording room.
Which is awesome.
So the floor is completely concrete.
Oh, so it's like cold if you're barefoot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I have to wear house slippers everywhere.
Making me cold.
Yeah. And man, that's another thing. It's the echoes. Luckily, I've got a workout mat that's kind of covering out some of it, but yeah. That's why I've been the past classes. I've been in a closet in my bedroom.
Oh, yeah.
That my landlord's gonna kick my ass when she finds out because the shelf, it was built. I don't know how they built it, but pretty much the wood itself, it's too big to take out of it. So it's just in the closet, if that makes sense. It's literally wall to wall. You can push it up flat against the wall, but there's no way to literally turn it out. So what I ended up doing was just flipping it, hammering it into the wall to make it flat. And then I got a bunch of, packing blankets, and I just nailed them all into my closet space. And that's where I've been at the last couple. And I got a little tiny stool that I just sit on. And luckily, I haven't had any reason for my landlord to come over yet, but
Yeah.
oh, yeah. Hopefully, they won't.
The longer it takes, the better.
Yeah.
So let's dive right into the topic of the matter. We're here to chat and shoot the shit about D&D and other random things that we can get into. When we first started this, it was a completely different group, and we had a lot more viewers. So we networked and plugged the show ahead of time, and then would say like ask us anything, and so we'd have like a line of questions from the social media. Just and when I say line, I mean like 3 or 4 because baby stream.
Three or four lines.
Yeah. But then you get people watching live and chatting and asking questions, which was really cool. That was a lot of fun. But since we don't have that and we're kind of starting this channel back from scratch, why don't you guys just one by one introduce yourself, tell us who you are, what you do, and what level of experience of D&D or tabletop you got. So we'll start with Anthony Fuentes.
Cool. My name's Anthony Fuentes, and I live in Denton, Texas. And right now, I am currently working at a warehouse. But prior to that, prior COVID, since I was 18, I was a stagehand, and I've been doing that since I was like 24 years old. I went to school for an audio engineering degree to record music. But a lot more money locally was in live music than it was in a recording space. And So this year, so I've just been doing that, and I'm trying to get back into the audio game, like recording wise, trying to get out of the live business and get back into some post editing and just making music and Twitch. I just started my own Twitch page at Z Fight Nation, and it's just I'm trying to do like a variety show. It's a lot of me gaming. I try to put every game I play on like the hardest mode ever, because once you play Dark Souls, everything has to be a challenge.
Once you're good at Dark Souls, everything has to be a challenge.
Yeah, I love Dark Souls, dude. Those are my games. So it's like everything I play, it's like, oh, there's a hard mode. I ain't no bitch, and I take it on. And that's what I just started doing on Twitch. And I'm trying to make it into like a variety show though. I want to have eventually, once I get the capability and more local artists, get in touch with them, have like music days, and then of course with the improv buddies, some improv comedy days, and just have people from Twitch seeing it. Mm-hmm. Maybe get more fans hopping on wanting to play. And that's kind of where I'm at now.
Yeah, I've given it was funny that I was really glad that you posted that one post a while ago on Facebook too about that, because it was something that I, right after joining with the whole improv thing and then meeting Dan and doing the table reads thing, I was like, these are two things that I would love to add to the show just randomly, just not playing video games, not D&D, just sheer improv and some table reads and stuff. Just completely just make it the variety show that I always wanted it to be, like. Mm-hmm. And now I have people that do the same thing. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, because for one on Twitch, they're either coming for the badass gaming moment, like the badass clips and the kills, or just they like the person. Yeah. Like for the personality, for a laugh or something. Mm-hmm. So that's like, dude, everyone in the voice acting playground and are fucking hilarious. Yeah. And awesome. So I was like, there's no reason they shouldn't be doing it live in front of everyone. And boom, Twitch is pretty much a variety show channel itself now.
Yeah, it's like public access TV.
Exactly. Oh, and for my tabletop experience, because we'll talk about that. Mm-hmm. I just played a bunch of games, like I was just telling you earlier, Divinity 2, a bunch of MMOs, and I don't know, this is gonna make you lose viewers because it's not D&D. I played Pathfinder, and I know that's a big
Math Finder?
Yeah, exactly. So I played that for maybe 2 months, and I've probably got about 6 sessions under my belt, 6 or 7, so still fairly new. But it was fun.
I wanted to take the time out real quick. If this is one of you guys, I feel like it's going to be Dan, but Red Lantern Superman, is that one of you?
That is not one of me, but okay. I did plug your stream a few places. So.
Oh, word. Well, thanks. Well, anyway, Red Lantern Superman, really clever name. I like it. Thanks for the follow, and don't be shy to hop in chat and just start picking our brains about stuff. We're just 3 nerds enjoying improv, table reads, and D&D and video games. That's what we're here to talk about tonight. So, moving along. Mr. Dan Tokmabong. I mean Bouchon.
Hello, my name is Dan Bouchon.
Babong.
Man, I haven't been on Twitch in some time. Welcome back, me, right? Hey.
Well, we could invite your friend, the alter ego, if you really want.
Oh, I could. Yeah, that's true. Like that imagine him playing D&D. We'll get to that in a second. So I used to be a Twitch streamer myself. Back when I was on Twitch, known as Darkness EMP21, because I was edgelord and it was cool at the time. All right, don't blame me. 10 years ago. So yeah, nowadays I'm just kind of living life, working the 9-to-5 day life, basically, except for it's like more like noon to 10. But in my spare time, I run around doing that is
It's super loud and I can't fix it. I've adjusted it everywhere on Streamlabs and it just does not. Like, I've muted it. It's, whatever. I don't care anymore. It's loud.
We get around it, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I am now currently otherwise in my spare time kind of doing voice acting. I have a role coming up here pretty soon that I'm pretty stoked about. I don't want to go into too much detail, but otherwise I'm putting out auditions every now and again. I have a few caricatures that some people may know me as Chris loves me for my Doctor Strange impersonation. I mean, I'm not really trying right now. But,
Netflix and Strange.
All right.
Maybe we'll get to that. And then my other alter ego known as Rodney. He's a dumb southern hillbilly. Lives in the bayou. Yeah, so I kind of do stuff on the just kind of randomly whenever I feel like it. But yeah, otherwise, like I said, I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know anything about D&D. But I figured, hey, I wasn't doing anything tonight. What better do I have to do than
Learn
around and play video games and otherwise learn? And I chose learn.
Nice.
Right on. I already introduced myself, so anybody watching, you guys know me as the humble and confused dungeon master for our Thursday night game, A New Horizon. Yeah, I don't really need to get into me. You guys know me. How about you, Bernie? Am I looking the right way, Bernie?
He's under me, correct? Yeah.
Boop. Boop.
Bernie is to my corner, so
It's
down
like-
here.
Do you see? Okay, so the one that won. Let's talk about Bernie memes for a second while we're at this. Do you guys have a favorite yet?
Oh my goodness! All I'm gonna say right off the bat is it is flooding my news feeds everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's just like they're inescapable. I've seen a couple of good ones where there's like a guy whipping out like a folding chair.
Yeah. The
Bernie
gift.
sitting in it. There's
Pop up, Bernie.
Yeah, thank you, editor. But there's that one. There's like the UFC one, which I kind of chuckle at. But mostly, it's just like I don't really know how I feel about all this. But you know, it's gonna flood my feed. I guess I got to be a part of it.
Very true.
I think my favorite ones that just stuck out to me most of the time. It's that scene in Star Wars where they're telling Anakin he's not gonna be a part of the order, and Bernie's telling Trump, and Trump's like, "What the fuck?" That's awesome.
Yeah, I have. So the one I have that stuck out to me the most was actually, ironically, somebody took Weekend at Bernie's 2, the poster, and put him there and edited it so well, like where he was like half above water, half underwater. Like it was just done so well. And I actually did one. I can't share it now, but all right. So every guy knows this at least. The casting couch.
Yeah, I saw that one. You
Yeah.
made that one?
Uh-huh.
Nice. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen this one.
No.
No.
Dude, that one was awesome. Literally, it should be titled "How to Get into Politics."
Right? Yeah, I loved your comment on that too. By the way, I was like, oh, that's how to get into.
Now I gotta look this up.
Quick burn.
Oh, dude, that one was good.
The sick burns.
So you need to get a Reddit if you don't have that yet, and just put that on Reddit. Boom, it would go off.
Oh,
My buddy manages a hotel. There was a guy sleeping in the
Is it 2 words? Hotel.
Yeah, the hotel over here in Texas.
Yeah, it's 2.
But the guy was sleeping in the trunk of his own car in the parking lot. And my buddy, he's manager, he called the cops and he got a perfect picture of the cops open at the trunk. And the guy's like,
oh.
And then a year later, he's on Reddit and it gets shared through his feed from someone else's. I was like, damn, dude, you are famous.
Anonymously famous. All right, so we touched up on a little bit of experience on D&D. So like, have any of you guys? This is like a shameless plug, but have any of you guys actually been able to catch any of the YouTube or the live A New Horizon episodes at all?
No, I don't believe so. That's part of Critical Role.
I'm gonna
correct?
reach up.
I'm not.
I'm gonna reach up and choke you, but I'm not gonna see me.
Use the force.
Well, then that saves me a hassle of explaining the campaign. But anybody watching at home, and for you guys that might have not even been aware, we do Thursday nights at 7:30 till 10 o'clock at night Eastern Standard Time. Every Thursday, streaming our D&D campaign live. But
And I'm hoping to be a part soon, dude. I'm so ready. Next time you've got an opening, let me know.
Yeah, maybe once I learn more, then hey,
Dude,
I'm always down.
Honestly, that's a game you got to learn as you play. Almost.
I know
It
that's what I figure, and I'm just sitting here thinking like, what better way to get into it than just bring Rodney in and just let him take charge.
yeah, I mean, you could totally take Rodney in as a character for sure.
Rodney, the redneck dwarf.
Yeah.
Dwarf.
Dude, there's so many
like
people
it.
who play D&D. I didn't even realize. Like Heath from our class, that's why he's like, "Hey, I gotta go run a D&D game." I was like, "What?"
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He was discussing that in class today. I'm sitting there thinking, damn, isn't this guy busy with like auditions like every 2 seconds?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
He is a busy guy.
He's great though. I love having him
Yeah.
around.
But yeah, certainly. I mean, a lot of people play, but it is a for sure the type of game where you don't just sit down and read the instructions real quick and then you're off to the races. I mean,
Yeah.
you can try it that way, but you're either gonna have a blast because you're gonna have a DM that's right there with you, or it's gonna be a bad taste and then you'll never want to play it again.
But it's so like, especially if you got the good DM too, and he's cool with you kind of like just doing what you want and messing up the plot. He can just ride along with it.
Yeah.
It really, you start out kind of nervous, but once you get in your character, the creativity, like everyone's just having fun. And it's so funny though. I took a picture and we were all fighting someone, and I put us in a situation that was totally my bad. And we ended up fighting some crazy dude, and we're about to die. And every one of us are on like a life-ending roll. And it's literally all of us standing around a table, looking at a board, a pair of dice, and like screaming, just hoping we get this roll. And once we do, it sounds like a concert almost. It's just fans cheering. They're so loud. It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, those home games are the ones I miss the most for sure, because it's a different beast running it on Zoom, especially if you're not good like me, if you're not good with Roll20, then you're left with theater of the mind as being the only other option, and that can get confusing at times, especially when a lot of it's a number-based physics thing that you have to kind of see the pieces and know where they are to be like, oh, I got 35 movement, so where am I? And you're like, I just told you. Well, where's that? Oh my god.
I think I remember. Oh god, my voice gave up there. I think I remember playing it like once when I was like 12 years old or something with a couple of friends, and I was just like, I don't understand what I'm doing, and I just like quit. So like it's like something like I said that like it's not something I would be indifferent about getting back into of any sorts or anything. I would love to. It's just like I said, at first glance I would just probably have like no idea what I was doing.
That's the best part though.
Yeah.
Is learning as you go and finding the right group that's willing to take you in and coddle you.
I think I did find like one group, but it was like during a bad time I was going through, so then I just kind of like I was like, I'll pass for now. And like, so I was like this close to joining one not too long ago that I kind of regret, but
Oh, dude, you can find plenty on Facebook too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, half
Craigslist.
the people that are in the Discord now are from the Facebook groups that I'm in. just from putting a little something out there.
Oh yeah, for
But
sure. I mean,
yeah.
is it like
What a
isn't it
lively
something
group
where-
of people. Sarcasm.
Now, isn't it something where you do kind of have to have like, you know, your own dice, your own like character sheets and all that kind of stuff, or?
Well, that's where D&D Beyond steps in. Like, if as long as you have a Twitch or Google account, they just added Google now, but if you have either of those two, you can log in and you create a free account for D&D Beyond, and it gives you all the tools you need, limited. Like, think of buying something and then the LITE version, the light version.
Yeah.
It's almost like playing a demo. Yeah, like a demo of a game where it gives
Like
you
a Nintendo
enough.
Switch Lite.
Yeah, it gives you enough to play it, but if you actually dive in a legit campaign, you need to either buy the physical handbook or the digital one. And I tell everybody, if you know you're going to be playing on the computer, you might as well just buy it on D&D Beyond, because it's all there on the cloud. So, you know,
Yeah.
you don't
Sounds
have to
like
worry about
it'd be
losing it.
easier to keep it like all compiled together instead of having a bunch of stuff scattered around.
Dude, I love D&D Beyond. I migrated as soon as they went up, and month after month they just keep getting better. Like, over the years that I've played, like, it is a phenomenal website right now, and there's only more for them to grow, because it's made from the Wizards of the Coast. So, you know, they're developing the content, so they're developing the website that you can play it on. And Roll20, as some people love to use it, because it's an amazing visual source for everybody, because you can take maps right from the book and plop them right into your game, just adjust a grid and all that kind of stuff, and then you're off to the races. But there's so much like programming and coding and stuff that just, it needs a lot of improvement. It was a great tool like 10 years ago when it started or whatever, and it hasn't gotten better since. So, like, there's a lot of room for improvement. And I think what's neat about it is there's this link you can go to. I think it's called 20 Beyond or Beyond 20. It's basically like a merger of the two, where it takes this little software add-on and it'll link your D&D Beyond player sheet to Roll20. So when you use your D&D Beyond player sheet and click on that, because you can, it has digital dice in D&D Beyond.
Oh, yeah.
So
okay.
when you roll, it sends it to the thing, and then sends it to Roll20, and then puts your output there in the Roll20 chat, which is pretty amazing. So that you can use both intuitively.
I'm looking at it now, and like I signed in just because like I wanted to get like a feel for how it looks and such, and it, like I had to make a username. Of course, Rodney was taken, so
Oh,
I had to just put Rodney with an S at the end or whatever.
You should have made it Rodney69. That's something Rodney would definitely have.
You know what?
Mine is something
No,
trashy
I
like that
can't.
too. Like, it's I crit my pants. Yeah, like, good. I like it.
Well, for a beginner like me, I guess, you know, not bad. So.
Dude,
Character name now. Okay, here we go.
Rodney 68 plus 1.
Hey, there you go. Well, I was just my brother was watching a video, and it was just people getting on Call of Duty and trolling other people.
Forget about
And
that.
one of the guys' name was a spoof of Doug Dimmadome from the Fairly Odd Parents. If y'all remember that.
My name is Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Yeah, exactly. But this guy's name was Doug Give Me Dome.
Oh, that's clever.
That is amazing.
That's awesome.
Have you ever, speaking of which, just like a little sidetrack, have you ever seen the meme where somebody literally took that scene from Fairly Odd Parents where it's Timmy runs into the kid that's like the long lost son of Doug Dimmadome,
Yeah.
And like they memed it out to where basically it's just like a whole minute long of like Doug Dimmadome showing up and just being like, "My name is Doug Dimmadome, order Dimmadome, Dimmadome." It's just like nonstop, and it's just like you can't help but laugh at it.
What I love about Streamlabs and Twitch is you can take samples from those and put them in to your your notifications. So
Yeah, that's what I was watching my buddy do.
Yeah, people have some really clever ones, man. I've seen some shit. I really like the Arnold. I'm a sucker for Arnold voices, so like, you know, anytime somebody comes in, yeah, like you son of a bitch, you know. Oh man, just I could Arnold.
With Daddy, and what does he do?
Right. Bring the toys back to the carpet.
Have you ever listened to the band Austrian Death Machine, Chris?
Yes. Such a good band.
Oh, see, Dan. Oh, if you're an Arnold fan, it's literally a whole band based around all of his movies.
Oh shit.
And it's
but I mean, technically, it's all in poor taste now because of like what the lead singer did.
Yeah. So the lead singer is the lead singer Tim Lebesis, something like that. He's the vocalist for As I Lay Dying. And this is his side project, but now there's drama with that because he like got addicted to roids and then tried to hire a hitman to take out his wife.
Oh Jesus!
And the hitman was a cop. And the worst part of it is like they were one of the number one Christian metal bands at the time.
Strange Death Machine was Christian metal.
No, As I Lay Dying.
I was gonna say.
But either way, Austrian Death Machine, hilarious. Like their number one song is literally called "Get to the Choppa," and it's just crazy fast metal guitar solos, and it's Arnold in the chorus just yelling "Get to the Choppa!" It's great.
Nice.
I love their song "I Need Your Clothes, Your Boots, Your Motorcycle."
Yeah,
that song is real good.
Oh man, taking me back. Right. Their third album was a Christmas album too, and it was all based around that Christmas movie Arnold did. Jingle All the Way, right?
Yeah, Jingle All the Way.
That's one of my favorite Arnold movies.
That one's so awesome.
Put that cookie down.
So I'm trying to I'm looking at this
Turbo Time.
That's what it's Turbo Man. That's who they do.
I have to get a Turbo doll. It's Turbo Time.
I don't even know what half of this stuff is asking me about. Use prerequisites. Allow or restrict choices based on rule requisites for the following for this character, feats, and multi-class requirements.
Oh, are you making your character?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Shit, I probably need to check that. We could just make this a Twitch us making our character.
Hey, right.
We could do it. Just sit here and watch you guys make a character.
That's
What's
true.
That? I said we could literally do that. Just sit here and watch you guys make a character.
What happens if I share my screen? Does anything happen?
Yeah, it kicks the video off and fucks the cameras up.
Oh yeah, no, we don't want to do that then.
Don't.
You can share it. You can share it in Discord if you wanted to. I don't know if it would screw things up, but if you just went into the L.O.R.E
Bernie,
lounge.
What about you, Bernie? You gotta make a character or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bernie, come on.
You could be like a frozen golem. Like an ice golem or something.
human wizard, all ice magic.
Yeah, I like it.
We'll call him Mr. Mittens.
Oh, but he has his mask on, so he's resistant to poison or something.
Yeah.
What does encumbrance mean? Is that how much weight I can carry?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, sure, I'll leave that on. Ignore coin weight. Yeah, because I'm Skyrim and I'm a nerd.
Yeah, ignore it. Yep.
Optional class features and customize your origin. Do I want to turn those on?
Just the optional class features. Custom origins basically just if you want to make your own backstory, but then you have to homebrew it because backstories actually change. They have a little bit of mechanical benefits to them, like each backstory backstory that you pick will
I
have
can believe that
very,
also.
very minute little mechanical bumps.
If I'm only gonna be playing it with like a select few groups, should I set it to public or private?
I would put it to public, because that way you can
Okay.
actually share it to anybody that needs to see it in your campaign.
So-
I'm gonna leave that on.
Just to go back a little bit, talking about playing some horror games. Were y'all trying to maybe hop on some Dying Light sometime soon?
I am now. Now that
Dude.
now that I realize you guys, at least, well,
I
one
got
of
it.
you has it, and then one of you is willing to buy it.
Yeah, I mean, I love it, so.
Okay, there's this game also because I recently got a new desktop and I still have the same Steam account since I was like in middle school. So all the old games I re-downloaded, I couldn't play on my shitty laptop back in the day. And there's this game called Desolate, and it's a 4-player open world survival horror game. And it's like pretty much a sandbox, like you're building shit, trying to survive, but it's just horror. And the trailer is wild. There's a part where there's a mutant zombie bear chasing you, and you have like a machete, but you can make different kinds of weapons and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna look at the trailer. But the thing that really got me is how like fast action and detailed it was. So there's a part where there's like this mutant pig chasing the character in the trailer, and it's all in first person. And if they grab you by the leg and they knock you down, and they start dragging you by one leg, and you have to keep clicking the mouse button to kick it in the face until eventually it gets off you and you run off or kill it, whatever. I was like, dude, this
Have you
is
seen
stream worthy.
Have you seen Forest?
Yes,
Forest?
I got that.
Yeah, I have that
That
too.
is wild. Okay, I played that in beta. I haven't touched it now, but I see it got really big, and I remember.
I don't care for it because I suck at it so bad.
So do
because
I.
The survival games, I'm not a huge fan of, like Ark, without,
Oh yeah.
because it was essentially, to me,
Yeah,
it was
cool.
like Ark, but worse, and then with horror. Which the horror part I loved, because being freaked out at night when the sun went down, like having to rush during the day to get somewhere that you at least had some sort of like visual advantage or something, and start hacking wood, building. I mean, you start with your freaking hands, and then a climbing pickaxe thing, and then you gotta make axes, make weapons, chop wood, and build fences. And like, we played it this one time, and it was like we played it for 3 hours, and all we did was build a fence. That's as far as we got, and I was like, this is exhausting. Like, I need more. I don't know.
Well, the thing is, people have figured out crazy shit on that game. Like, I was watching other people play, and apparently you can kill a turtle, take its shell, and like slide down hills and stuff with it. So people just started creating stuff, and I saw this one guy make a tower, and the tower was so huge, and he would go there at night, but he made a slide on it. So in the daytime, whenever everything was fine, he would just grab the turtle shell and slide down the slide, and it got really in depth in how it was in a beta. Like, all right, that's pretty fun. But I don't know.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, I say it's cool. I hate building in games.
It's
I'm not
essentially
a builder.
like adult Minecraft.
Yeah, pretty much, because that game gets scary. Like, I know if you die, they kind of give you 2 lives. If you die once, you get taken to the natives' caves. That live there.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
you
you're
have to
tied
get
up.
out.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
this got wild.
We discovered one of the caves too one time, and neither one of us had. One of us had a lighter, and
So you just went in dark.
the other one, me, didn't. So he was like poking down, and he's like, "Well, I mean, we both know what's down there, right?" And I was like, "Uh-huh." And I was like, "Leroy Jenkins!" And I just like jumped down, and my leg was broke as soon as I landed.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't even see what was attacking me, but oh man, let me tell you how freaking eerie it was with surround sound. Because as soon as you land, they can hear and see you, but you can't see anything in the pitch black,
Mhm.
and you just start hearing,
Yeah, they're crawling.
and then something else, and then eventually you just hear them, like, with their mouths open, drooling, standing around you, and getting closer and closer, and then boom, you just start getting pummeled, and you die.
Yeah.
Who was that? Pop's mom. Thanks, Pop's mom, for the follow.
Pope's mom, it looks like.
No, it's Pop's.
Oh no, I
Yes.
can't read. I don't have my glasses with me. So as a quick,
My glasses.
Yeah.
so as
You
a
were
quick
saying?
update, I'm just kind of like I don't even know really what I'm doing, but I'm trying to think about like a Rodney-based character here. And so far, what I've got is he's a human with language in dwarf, I guess.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think about like his abilities and skills again, thinking Rodney, not like what I would want. But I just picked Constitution and Charisma, and then for skills I picked Nature. Just because
He's a good old boy, good old nature boy.
Oh, yeah.
especially my pet alligator belly.
So glad you said good old boy instead of a proud boy, man.
Oh,
I was like, don't, not on this tree.
No.
dude, I honestly didn't even. I should be more in with the media, but I try to stay off it just because, kind of, it can make a good day go from good to like flustered to like nothing. So I didn't even know what the Proud Boys was for the longest. For the
I
longest
didn't. I didn't either. It took me forever to realize, like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think about like his class, like.
But yeah, seriously, if you're watching at home, Pop's mom, thank you for the follow, and don't feel, if anybody is watching, don't feel. Why am I doing that thing, clapping when I talk?
you gotta let them know.
Yeah, don't feel like a stranger. Don't be a stranger in chat. If you're following, then you can jump in chat and just start hammering away with whatever you want to know. We're here to pick each other's brains. We got off the subject of D&D pretty fast. Easy to do when.
Well, we're still kind of on it. He's
Yeah.
making his.
I'm
We're
working
there.
on it, but it's like
Hey,
I'm trying to figure it out.
this is D&D 101. It's the baby steps. If you want to learn how to make a character.
Yeah,
There you go.
there you go. That works.
What is a cleric actually? Oh, a priest.
How
champion.
dare you ask
Right.
that?
Well, I'm learning.
But come on, there's clerics in other games out there.
Mr. Skyrim over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. I see. I would just be like human because I'm as vanilla as ice cream.
You're about as villain. What was it? You're about as vanilla as Minecraft, right?
Right. Yep. Just vanilla Minecraft. Just
Uh-huh.
no mods, no none.
Yeah, just vanilla. So yeah, let's see. What can we talk about? I don't know, man. There's not really with the experience everybody's got across the board. There's not a really whole lot. Anthony, what you said your experience was with Mathfinder, right?
Yes, sir. And I've got a couple of funny stories on that too. Right?
Go for it. Yeah, let's do that because
I
I
just
can't think of
remember-
any questions off the top of my head.
Yeah. The first game ever playing, my friend who was the DM put us in this environment where it was. Think of Agrabah from. Did I say that right? From Aladdin, Agrabah. Agrabah.
I honestly thought you said algebra,
Well,
like mispronounced
no, we're
algebra, like
not.
algebra.
Well, we can all get that image in your head now.
It's like,
and not just hear me mess it up over and
Yeah.
over again. So imagine that with the walls, and we're outside, and the peasant area walking around, and my guy, I forgot the name of it, but he's pretty much a humanoid fox character. I can turn into this fox humanoid thing. That's like my native, but what
so
I-
you're like a lycanthrope.
yeah, except like fox people.
Right,
Pretty much the exact same thing. And so I stay in human form when I'm just out in public.
Yeah.
And so
So in other words, you're a con furry.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, when nobody's looking, I'm a furry.
Straight up.
But,
And
you know,
I made
normal.
it very, very prevalent too. I made sure people know. Like times someone would like piss me off, I'd be like, okay, I switch back into fox form really quick and just snarl at him, and then go back human just to fuck with him.
Nice.
But I remember my dex at the time was really high, and I don't know, my rolls were awesome, and there's the wall, and my friend and I was like, what do I need? Can I climb that wall? My friend's the TM master. He's like, yeah, you just have to roll twice because it's so high. You have to roll for each part, and then and you got to get like at least a 16 or higher. And I was like, okay, screw it. I'm gonna start climbing the walls. Cause I just got done talking shit to the guards, and they punched me. So I was like, well, I'm not getting in there. So I start climbing the walls, and I remember I got a 20 on my first 2 rolls, and I get to the very top, and he goes, okay, damn it. Now, if you want to keep on going, you're gonna have to roll to go back down too. I was like, okay, let's do it.
That makes sense.
My dex was high enough that I got +3 for any dex roll, so I ended up getting like a 14, which put me over the 16 mark, and then like a 17 raptor. So I landed there, and I remember he goes, damn it, I wasn't expecting you to actually make it. Give me a sec. And he had to like stop what he's doing for like 3 minutes, write a brand new area.
You literally climbed over the 4th wall.
Yeah, straight up. And that at that point though, I was like, I'm gonna have fun with them D&D or Pathfinder.
Mm-hmm. Tabletop art, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, as long as he's got the good DM, dude, it was so much fun. And then there'd be random moments where we were supposed to get out of his prison. We were supposed to sneak out, but one of my talents was sleight of hand. Mm-hmm. And which people who don't know, Dan, probably just Dan, that's where you can literally have something hiding in your arm. And I also had pickpocket. And so I walked up to one of the guards and ended up rolling a 20 to steal the dagger from his belt and then hide it in my arm, and ended up doing a, what do you call it? A stealth kill roll, and totally stabbed him in the back of the throat and changed everything on how we were supposed to get out. And man, there's nothing better than making the DM fluster, to be honest. It's kind of funny as long as they're good and they can like keep up with it. Mm-hmm. But I loved it. Are you a DM in yours, Chris?
Yeah, and let me tell you,
you probably hate players like me then.
I've only been DMing for 8 sessions now. Mm. And the reason that is because like when I started this, well, not this channel, when I started this channel I was streaming a year ago just playing video games, but I was on another Twitch channel, and really well done story campaign. The overlays were professional, like it was all really great. They had a lot of followers, a lot of viewers, probably anywhere from, on a bad night, like 10 to 20 people watching on a bad night, and then on a good night anywhere from like 100 to 200 people watching.
Hell yeah.
It's really cool. And I played a homebrew, which was a hybrid between a gnome and a tabaxi, which I made a panther. And then I forget the anime or pop culture nickname for it, but it's where it's a humanoid with the ears and the tail. It's popular. It's super popular in anime, like hentai, like, you know, with the chicks and the ears and the tails and stuff. I can't.
Yeah.
It's got a name for it, but but he was essentially a dude version of that, but
Yeah.
short, like 4 feet tall.
All right, hentai girl dude version. Gotcha.
Yeah. I'm not doing this justice. Anyway.
But yeah.
So that's where I got my experience streaming it, but I'm not even answering your question. So going back to try to answer it, I've been doing it. Well, I started with a group last summer, and I was a player because it was just so much easier for me to manage the stream as a player and not have to worry about all the numbers and everything going on.
Yeah.
And that lasted for a little while, probably a good 2-3 months maybe, and then it all fell apart. And one of my last remaining DM, we were starting a new campaign with new players, and midnight, right before we were going on the next morning, because we had to go on in the mornings, the guy breaks it to me that he just can't do it anymore. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? And he's like, just everything going on in my life. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Oh shit.
So I had to take this group of new players and be like, hey, we're short a DM, so I guess I'm just gonna run you guys through something that I make up on the fly as we go, because we're fucking live right now. And ended up being super fun. I took them all as themselves in the game, one by one, and then had them go through like their daily grind. Like one was a Walmart employee, so I had him like, he was a supervisor, and he was like helping a guy find something, and the lights were flickering, and he went back to the stock room, and this 4x4 sound booth bamfed in like Doctor Who. And I called this, it was a Scottish pink-haired, back when I had pink hair, version of me, just coming out of the booth, acting just like the Doctor, telling him to come along because he needs him, and then bamfs him into the Forgotten Realms. And then one by one, I just had all three of them get bamfed, and then had them meet in a tavern, and realized that they had changed into their characters, like that they created for D&D. And like game by game, session by session, they were rapidly becoming more of their character and forgetting like their memories of the where they really came from. So it was super cool. And then I was getting like way overwhelmed with, wow, I don't know what I'm doing. I got to do something. So I went and bought the Lost Minds of Phandelver campaign, which is the starter campaign for D&D. If any of you guys are watching, phenomenal campaign. It's probably everybody's favorite, at least most memorable campaign, because it's where everybody that learns how to play D&D starts, and it's kind of like a video game. That first level is like, oh, that's one of my favorite. Or like Iron Man 1. It's my favorite movie because that's where he became Iron Man. Like, so I bought that. And then I bought the Rick and Morty D&D Dungeon Dive that they have. Yeah, it's literally published by Dan Harmon and
Harmon Quest, so awesome.
Harmon Quest is the shit. It's absolutely the best. Bought that, and then whenever we would have a player like dip out or be absent, I would just have the producer come by and be like, I need you guys here, and then or something would like glitch with the system. So what's really cool is like I'm taking a published campaign and another published campaign, and then I'm just blurring them together and then just kind of making my own world out of it, where so far the players have no idea what's going on, but it's very much kind of like for what I'm going for. And if you're watching players, which I know you're not, because whatever, but yeah, AD&D, ADHD. So it's kind of like the Truman Show, like where this is their reality as they know it, but things almost like the Matrix can get fucked with and boom, like they're bamfed to somewhere else without even them knowing, and it's been super fun.
Yeah. They just get lost in it.
Yeah.
That's the best part. Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you going? How are you doing over there, Dan?
Yeah. Sorry, man. That was a long.
Yeah.
No, you guys are good.
We're all ranting.
I'm
I'm
still
still
just like working on descriptions. So I'm
For
like,
what? The race or class?
for him, like in general. I'm just like I don't know. Like,
how
I'm-
it looks.
Well, like there's some of this that's like organization allies, and then it comes up with like a blank thing for me to type in, and I'm like, well, I mean, he's by himself. Maybe his ally and his enemy could be Billy, his alligator.
You know what a perfect background for you would be?
What's that?
But it won't let you pick it because the only one you're going to be allowed to pick is Acolyte with a free subscription, whatever, a free membership. But Hermit would probably be the best for you because back in the bayou, just living there in a cabin all by your lonesome, and just you and your gator.
I did like how
Hermit is definitely the best background for you there.
I did like how it said lifestyle, and I decided to go with squalid.
Yeah.
Probably about the best descriptive one there. I mean, I don't have to fill out some of these things, do I? Or like
No.
like faith and such. I don't
Nope.
think he's very religious.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of stuff you probably won't even use.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just put Jesus as faith.
See, the thing is, the catch is right now what you're doing. You're just making a character just to make a character. If you're
Well, I mean, if like somebody wants to invite me, then hey, I'd be like, yeah, I have this.
well, the thing is, you don't want to make a character until you have a campaign to play in because you have to have you and your DM have to talk, and because he basically tells you this is either if it's going to be a published game that you're playing, then this is the world that you're going to be in. Then that gives you something to build your character in. Because you have to have like names and locations and stuff, and like any good DM will like reach out to you because there's a shit ton of NPCs in a campaign, and that any good DM will reach out to you and be like, "Here's a list of names. I'm not gonna tell you who they are or what, but you pick one, and that person will have some sort of relation to you in your backstory. Not meaning relative specifically, but that person could be whatever you want them to be, and then you tell me, like, say you and I are talking, I give you a name, Sildar, who's an NPC in the campaign we're in right now. I give you that name, you tell me what relation he is to you, then it comes back to me, and then I work that in the story with your backstory, and it's that's what makes it so much fun.
Okay.
Like,
Gotcha.
Me, there's two things I love. Well, shit, there's a million things I love about D&D, but there's two very, very important things that I love in the very beginning is character creation. 'Cause it's something that I've loved since video game times,
Everyone spends like.
I
40
usually
minutes
just power through.
making a character.
Mm-hmm.
Weirdly, like especially if I'm playing in first person and the character I know doesn't talk, I usually just power through character customization.
Nah, man.
Oh, I gotta do it.
If it's a lot of options, I'm taking a long time.
I always try to make myself in the game. I try to make my character look exactly like me as much as possible. Like,
I do, yeah.
Get it.
Yeah, I do that a
Fair
lot too.
enough.
I'm guilty. But yeah, that and backstory, man. Like just because, so I'm not trying to make this about me, but I'm just giving you an example.
You got the most thick experience.
You do, yeah.
My first legit campaign that I got to play from the time that I joined to the very end, I wrote a 10-page backstory on my character, just because I took that much time creating him that like I was starting to like live vicariously like through him in that creation process, and I had just read Patrick Rothfuss's Kingkiller Chronicles. If you're a book junkie at all, which I'm not, I don't really read a whole lot, but that was a series that wow, it's amazing. It is so good. Like think like Skyrim meets Harry Potter meets any pretty much like what's that?
Doctor Sleep.
Oh, Dr. Sleep. Nice.
Yeah. I just got this recently, so
The only one of his that I ever read was the 13 Tales of Terror, which fucked with me. It only takes a short story to ruin your life.
that's true.
But
for me, it's a terrible movie that ruins my view on movies in general, and that would be Anthony. You posted about it. I saw on your page. What was the movie? Midsummer.
Midsummer.
Yeah, that you're just like I hate everything about it.
is that okay? So is that the movie where the couple go to like another country and then join this like hippie, really weird hippie ring? And
Yeah,
then,
it's like them with a group of friends going there.
yeah, and
Yeah.
and then everybody. I mean, spoiler alert, but everybody starts like they find out that they're killing other people and eating other people and just like the old man or the
Jumped
old
off the
lady
cliff.
just yeah. Okay, that movie,
Yep.
I loved it, but man, it left a weird feeling in my stomach for days. Like
I just didn't.
it's movies like that do that to you. That just
The one movie that I commented on your thing about it, Anthony. I don't know if you had seen it.
I saw it.
Yeah, there's one movie that pissed me off. Like I don't usually get like too like invested in like personally in movies. There's only been a few, and this movie infuriated me so bad I actually took it out and threw it in the garbage. And I'm like, we're never talking about this again. Was the movie Life? It came out in like 2017, I think. It was fresh off the heels of the first Deadpool movie. So Ryan Reynolds, Jake Gyllenhaal, and I think her name was Rebecca Ferguson, I think, was in it.
was that the one where he's in a coffin?
No.
Ryan Reynolds trapped in a coffin?
No, I think you're... I was about to say, I think you're thinking about 127 Days, but I don't... No, that's not it. But it's... But this movie, it was basically, quote-unquote, supposed to be, like, the successor to, like, the Alien franchise. And I'm like...
What?
I'm like,
Good luck.
okay, I guess, whatever. I'll check it out. So watched it. There were two main factors that pissed me off. One, they kill Ryan Reynolds off in like 30 minutes, and I'm like, yeah, all right, so whatever. Big movie star like him, off, whatever.
He was too expensive. That was why.
Probably. They could probably only afford 30 minutes, so they're like, we got to find a way to quickly kill him.
Yeah.
And then the second thing was that the movie purposely had a terrible ending, so that way it would make fans leave. Like I think they quoted it as, we wanted to make a left turn instead of a right when we made the ending of the movie, because it would leave fans thinking, no, you made fans wanting to literally break the movie in half. Because like towards the, it's basically about them like capturing like a little tiny embryo creature or whatever that eventually just turns into a huge tentacle thing.
Seeing trailers for that. Yeah.
Yeah. And basically at one point it's killed off everybody and they're all off in space, mind you. And Jake Gyllenhaal and Rebecca Ferguson are the last ones alive. And they each like get into escape pods that it took them, first of all, an hour and a half to find. So cool. And so they decide Jake Gyllenhaal's character is gonna jump in one, lure the monster into it, and then shoot himself off into space. And then send her back down to Earth. She's safe, he dies. Cool. Whatever. Literally, they don't explain how it happened. They don't explain, well, maybe one just hit the wrong button. No. literally Jake Gyllenhaal goes down to Earth with the damn thing, and she goes like Team Rocket blasting off into space. And then like the pod with the monster and Jake's character, and it landed in like the ocean, and this boat comes up of like, I think they were like from like some other country like Venezuela or something like that. And like he's like screaming through the pod window not to open the door because you could see the monster is just offing him like in the little window. And these idiots are, and the movie cuts to black as they're opening the door, and it's just like, yeah, that explains everything. That really does. And I just literally, we had bought it on DVD because like we were like, we got nothing else to watch, and that was the biggest waste of $15 I had ever spent.
I'm so glad you saved me time on that, because I was thinking about watching that once. And I was like, yeah.
No, don't.
I'm not a fan of endings like that too. I was like, I get it. Not every movie's supposed to have a happy ending, but I don't know. For me, I'm like, dude, this guy just went through so much shit, and you're just like, no.
And again, they don't even explain how the mix-up happened. It's just like, she Team Rockets, he lands on Earth with the thing. Guess we'll find out what happens later. It's like, yeah, really? So it's just, no.
For going back to Midsummer though, just because I hate that movie so much. Like the first movie that director made, Hereditary. Outstanding. That was one of the most bone-chilling, wild movies I've ever seen. But I don't know. This one.
Oh, now I know what movie you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Hey,
Midsommar.
I had a random idea. You said you had Divinity 2?
My friend had it on his, but it's free on the Xbox Pass.
Oh, Xbox.
Yeah.
Meh.
How much is it on Steam?
Well, I was gonna suggest next time we get together, we got Dying Light on the list now.
I would say Forest. We should just like go in Forest, even though we both suck at it, and just see how far we can get. It
wouldn't be long. I would intentionally commit suicide because that game just.
The Forest?
Yeah.
It's wild, dude.
I
don't think I've played this one.
It's like it's actually not super cheap. It wasn't cheap at all when I bought it.
I bought it beta. It was like $5 at the time. That's the last time I ever played it.
Yeah, Dan. It would be a good one for us to watch you freak out at. Because I've already played it, so I know I'm gonna freak out.
I have like pretty funny freakouts too. So I mean,
hell yeah, dude, that's what I would do.
Dude, oh, so there's another one that's super cheap. You guys would like this one. It's super cheap and super fast to download too. It's called oh my god, let me
I hope it's the same one we're thinking of with the little ghost girls chasing you in a house.
Yeah.
Yes, I think we know what Jordan.
Oh,
you gotta.
Is it?
No, it's called No, it's oh god. It's got a weird name.
It was on sale like a week ago.
I hope this isn't showing up on my thing.
No, it's not.
Pacify.
No.
Pacify. Yeah, it's where this like the circle, the girl from The Circle.
Oh yeah.
Or The Ring, not The Circle, The Ring. It's a chick like that floating around the house. That can kill you.
No, I could not.
And you have to collect these dolls in this mansion, and like weird shit's going on. Another really good one. That one you can play up to 4 players. But I'm saying the reason I brought up the other thing was now, god damn, I have so many awesome games that we can be sitting here playing. I got Fall Guys, I got Among Us, I got Baldur's Gate,
I got so burned out of Among Us, I'll say.
Fuck that game. I don't like it. I only bought it to play with my son, so.
I was super enjoying it, and then like we with a group of friends, and we stopped playing it, and like for a short time, then they got back into it, wanted me to come back to it, and I'm like, no.
Nah. Yeah.
What the
Like
hell
I'm
is-
tired of it. But
Another one, a really
There's-
cool one to play, like a party game is, as far as video game goes, Human Fall Flat. That's
I bet
another
that one's fun.
must play.
I mean, I have
Gang
Fall
Beasts.
Guys.
Gang Beasts is amazing, like super
God,
party
Gang
game.
Beasts is so hard to control, though. That's like
Oh,
so
yeah.
frustrating.
If
Hey,
you're playing it
look
on
up-
PC, you have to use a controller, otherwise you're fucked.
If you look up Phasmophobia, that's what that game. What was that
That's
game we
a-
were talking about with the
That
girl?
blew up. Yeah, the one with the girl is.
That's like the spoof of this, pretty much.
no.
Or like spin-off.
Phasmophobia is more of a ghost inspector, like, you know those reality TV shows where they go in the haunted house and
Ghost
inspect it.
hunters.
It's like it's like a ghost hunter thing.
Okay.
This where'd it go? Pacify is I'm really hoping they make another one, or at least spend the time to make this one better, because you can tell it was like low budget.
Yeah. Indie game.
Yeah, but it was still done well enough that it, like, so we would stream it and I would freak the fuck out on camera, like it was ridiculous. I mean, shit, even stuff as simple as Gary's mod, where Gary's mod's like
played
the
Gary's
grown-up
mod
version of Roblox. And they have a lot of cool, like, horror games that you can just, indie developers just tossing their shit in there. Like,
Yeah. Free too.
God, so many games that I have. Portal 2.
Hey, y'all should look up that trailer I put in the Zoom. That's for that Desolate horror game. I think the game's like $20 at the moment, so it is a little pricey. But if y'all ever do, because it goes on sale a lot, I think something you'd be interested in. It's
Desolate,
cool.
you said?
Yeah, I put the trailer in the Zoom chat.
I'm
Yeah,
watching
no,
it on
I looked
Steam.
at that Pacify game. Holy crap, no, I would shit bricks.
It's super fun though, because like it doesn't get as, I mean, it's still creepy if you let it get to you. Like me, like I'm a pussy, like I don't care. We had 4 people in trying to get all these dolls, and the ghost would always come after me, and I would be fine, but then she would, like, the one time she got me in a fucking closet, and I didn't know where I was looking, and then all of a sudden I'm like, wait, I think she went away. And as soon as I turned, it was like the goddamn computer was waiting for me to turn around. I turned around to step outside of the closet, and she was like, "Whoa!" Jump scare, and man, my whole desk just went.
That's awesome.
I could see that too. Just pure silence followed by.
Dude, that's why I love those games. I love any horror type games. I don't know. I'm a big pussy when it comes to horror movies, though. Like, I'm that dude closing his eyes and stuff. But it's like in the horror game, I'm like, you control the action. So if you die, that's your fault. You know, I gotta watch these dumb people trip over stuff and then get killed.
I'll be honest. I played and beat Dying Light on the Xbox like a while ago, and I will say there was one particular scene in it that wouldn't scare anybody else, but I literally almost like rage quit just because it scared me so bad. But it's like I think it's like the first time that you're actually out and about at night, and and it's when those like super tough zombies show up or whatever.
Yeah, the glowing ones.
Yeah, and like you're peeking through a fence and one of them just pops up to the fence.
I just played that part.
I dropped my controller in like a freak.
Tossed it.
And
yeah.
I was just like, oh my god, I'm done. I'm done playing this game.
But the reason I brought up Divinity 2 actually was not to get. I'm trying to pull us back on the rails. Was you can play up to 4 players on that too, and that would be a killer game to if we could get everybody on PC and stream it.
I mean, I'd be down to buy it. I mean, I know
fun.
it's like a tight $45.
Well, look up. Here's what I would recommend. Actually, look up Divinity 2 on Steam, but then also look up Baldur's Gate 3. And the reason I say this is because Baldur's Gate 3 is still in the process of being made, and it's made by Larian Studios. I knew I was going to get it right eventually. And
Okay.
the guy, the CEO that runs it, and the team is just an amazing developer, and just
Pictures are loading.
they're the type of company that they always are reaching out to the fans and the players and getting feedback and making adjustments and stuff, trying to make it better for the players. Anyway,
those graphics are good.
the reason I say if you can swing Baldur's Gate 3, get that instead, is because you can co-op that too, and that is legitimate D&D 5e, and that game is they already said it's going to be like 5 times the size of what Divinity 2 was. As far as like the world and stuff like that, and they already have like new player mechanics, and there's like so much more stuff that they integrated into Baldur's Gate 3. So you take Divinity 2, which is by far one of the most amazing games I've ever played in my life, and that stands up to Skyrim, Grand Theft Auto 5, just it's everything that you could want to do in a game, pretty much you can do in it. And then you just make it better with Baldur's Gate 3. It's not there yet, but it's gonna be. And
Dude, I'm looking at it right now. It looks really good on Steam. These graphics are phenomenal.
I mean,
yeah.
it's something I'd be because like I said, I never played any of the previous Baldur Gates or nothing.
Mhm.
But I mean, if you like absolutely want to play it together sometime, I mean, I would hate. My biggest thing is I don't like buying games that people are like, "Hey man, we should play this," because then 9 times out of 10 they don't actually ever like invite me or say anything further after I buy it. And
I have like 200 games on my computer and at least like almost 100 games on my Xbox, because I have a 1 terabyte thing.
I have like 500 on my Xbox.
So
Series X.
much that I've bought because, man, there's one friend that I'm still, he's a close friend because I've known him for way too long, but this son of a bitch, every time I pick up the phone, when, like, I don't really talk to him much, but when he reaches out, it's always about some new game he's playing that I should get. And then I've learned my lesson, because I swear it's like he works for the companies, because he gets me to buy the game. I buy it at full price because he's really super excited about it. I look into it and I'm like, wow, that does look really cool. Plays with me for one day, like for an hour or two, and then he's like, sorry man, I'm always too busy. It's like, fuck you, dude. Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
I have, and it's like everybody that I play with is the same way too.
That's why I stopped playing MMOs. My friend tried to get me back on World of Warcraft, Star Wars MMO. I'm like, y'all, I'm not doing this. I already know what's gonna happen.
Hey,
That was sorry, man. Let me just get this out real quick.
Oh,
I
yeah,
know
go for it.
it's it's not co-op or multiplayer, but Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Everybody was on the Cyberpunk train and waiting, and it got pushed back, and I was like, you know what? It's gonna flop. I was like, I'm not gonna touch it. It's gonna flop.
I didn't buy it.
And it crashed and burned so bad that they were giving refunds to PS5 owners.
But bro, it has
They
Keanu
took it-
Reeves in it.
Yeah. Well, my biggest thing was like, cool, Keanu Reeves, fuck yeah, but it was the designers and games, the company that made Witcher 3, and Witcher 3, holy shit, talking about an amazing game. But people gotta realize, Witcher 3 didn't get to where it is today within the first day of release. Like, that took years for that game and to continually be developed. As Baldur's Gate 3 will. Like, it's or 4 or 3. I don't know, 3. I guess it's 3.
It's right.
But I haven't played it in months, only because I wanted to let go of it and forget about it for a while. That way, when I come back in a few months, and I'm like, holy shit, this has gotten like way better. Like that's the feel that I want for it. I don't want to come back to it and every other week and be like, it's still kind of crappy. These updates are bleh.
Right. So what I posted,
Humble Bundle. I haven't seen that in forever.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Humble Bundle.
So, on there, one of you guys mentioned that you didn't have World War Z.
I do, but it's because I have
I have the Xbox Pass. That's why. Ooh,
Oh,
they
so you
sometimes. Well, they sometimes let if you have a PC and some games are on Xbox and the Pass, they'll let you stream the game from your PC and Xbox, like from
if you have the Ultimate, you can do that.
So I just
think I should be able to
realized
do that.
because I got like the $10 one. I just realized that it's like that the World War Z one that you get is for the Epic Game Store, which I am like severely disappointed. But I mean,
okay, so look, I could go on forever about my Steam list, but like just thinking about this one, on Epic, I'm just gonna give you all the list of the free games I've got just for having an account on here, and it's a free account. I got Hitman, I got Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, Spellbreak, Layers of Fear 2,
Spellbreak's awesome. Sorry.
Totally Reliable Delivery Service, Death Coming, Amnesia, The Stanley Parable, Just Cause 4, Hob, World War Z, Goner, The Cycle, Towerfall, New and Tasty Abe's Odd World, Remnant, Battlefront 2, and Torchlight 2, and Watch Dogs 2. I haven't spent a penny on any of these games, and they're all mine just for having an account on here because I pay attention to when they do the free giveaways.
I'm downloading Epic Games now.
Yeah. Yeah, you missed it though because they were doing the I think they stopped right after New Year's, like New Year's Day they stopped. I haven't seen them, but then again I could be wrong. Let me see. Nope, they're still doing it.
What is it?
Free games right now is Galactic Civilizations 2 and Dandara Trials of Fear Edition. So you always got to keep an eye out in the store.
So it's just like the Xbox. Like if you grab it while it's free and it take it off free, you still have it because you already grabbed it, right?
Yep, yeah, and that's what I do. I won't even download it. Like I'll just you click it, you accept it, and then you purchase it, and then it's yours. It throws it in your library, and then whenever you want to download it.
Nice.
I'm trying to figure out how to like activate my codes that I got because one of them isn't working.
Oh, but another really fun one to play. It's buggy as shit, and it had a really bad start on its first week. But actually not its first week, but its first day when it came out on PC. Holy shit, you couldn't even get in a match. But Predator Hunting Grounds.
Oh,
was that bad? That looked cool.
It was
really
bad. It was really bad.
I heard a lot of people say, it was very underwhelming and very boring.
Super garbage, and controls were wonky, and the gameplay was blah. But I will say, once you get used to it, and you find some people to play with that you can actually talk to, that shit's a lot of fun. It's like,
yeah, dude, I'm definitely now. Next time we do want to play some Fall Guys, whatever. I'm down to game on whatever in town.
What about you, Bernie?
Yeah,
Okay.
Bernie could be here to join us.
Yeah, he's
right?
been
Ice
quiet.
cold, man. Ice cold. Just
His lips are frozen, dude.
see if I can get the.
Needs a heater.
Am I getting
Hey,
this right?
come on, Danny. You've got to do your best Bernie impersonation.
I'm asking you once again. I'm asking you to download.
I don't even know if I could. I like Bernie is actually I've been told is like one of the hardest like ones to do an impersonation of. I mean,
oh no, I was just saying do his
Yeah, you
pose.
just have to do his pose.
His pose.
oh, just a pose.
that.
Let me see here. Oh yeah. Oh wait, more higher. I don't have my mask in here.
I know. I have a paper mask downstairs too. I'm half tempted just to Just to
Just
run
go
down there
grab
and
it.
get
Just,
it. Just all,
You gotta bring
all
your
four.
arms up more, Chris. It's not quite high enough.
yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, it's like he's like how is that comfortable?
He
Holy
looks
crap!
he looks pouty almost, like he's pouting. Like
The man was
what
frozen.
it be.
I mean, come on.
Right.
There we go.
That's
man.
oh my god. Like how is that comfortable though? Just like it's like he's doing this and it's just like here it just hurts.
Just imagine being a viewer right now, just tuning in and seeing all four of us just holding still, not talking.
We're frozen. That's why.
I'll tell you. Oh my god, if we help,
Man, we're
Dude,
just
the-
we're
freaking
just
burning.
relating, you know?
We're burning. That's
Burning.
what's called.
I'm gonna. Speaking of burning, I'm gonna burn a smoke, and why don't we come back and hang out some more?
Yeah, sure.
Shoot the shit, talk about whatever's on our mind. I'm all about talking about video games for the rest of the night. I don't care. And hey, we got 3 follows in an hour, so 2 of them. One of them was you, but still, hey, it works. It works.
Hey,
so
that's how we do it.
yeah, I'll
we
keep.
help, we help one another out.
I'll keep. That's right. I will keep the stream going, and we will be back. Let me find the thing. Yep. Okay. Boom.
Yeah, because I'm definitely gonna have to
Whoa.
get with you about twitching tips because I'm looking at your stream now. And that intro is cool. The lore.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah, I
like
made
that.
the logo. The intro I didn't make. That I can send you the link for the website. At that you go and you can either buy a membership for like a monthly thing and then have unlimited make unlimited whatever you want from what they provide. But I just do pay as you go, and I always buy the super high def version. So it's like 14 bucks or something like that when it's all said and done. 14, 15 bucks. It's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Totally worth it. If you want that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Sure. And the sound effects on it's super dope. I like it. But yeah,
Let's
so
make that
anyway, you can come back to that just 1 second.
Yeah,
But anybody that is watching at home, hi, I'm Chris Ferguson, and I am joined by my friends Anthony Fuentes and Dan Bichon, who are fellow table read and improv voice actor friends. So we're here
Damn right.
howdy, everybody.
on the L.O.R.E channel to give you background on if you're new to the L.O.R E channel or watching and just confused as to why it's not D&D tonight, because we only do that on Thursdays. But I'm a new and humbled, confused dungeon master learning the process as we go, and we stream on Thursday nights at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, what were you asking, Tony?
Oh no, I'm just talking about just because you said you made your own logo, and I'm a Photoshop Illustrator geek, so I was just seeing how you came about yours.
So I got the D20 off of like one of those free PNG, like royalty free PNG things, and then I just used Canva. Used one of their fonts, and then same PNG website to get the sword, and then I just went in and GIMP. If you're familiar with GIMP, it's a free photo editor.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. It's an armless, legless man.
The GIMP.
But yeah, just watched a YouTube tutorial on how to use GIMP and learned how to do the add the invisible layer, and then just do the real slow process of trimming it, and then bam, turn it into a PNG that you can just take and throw on wherever. So did that, put it all together, and then threw it all in GIMP and made it so that it could just be a little a logo, and then threw it in that website that I was telling you about, and boom. So, yeah, we were talking about video games and stuff like that. I think Baldur's Gate 3 was the last we were kind of like on. Well, we were talking about. Yeah, I was bragging about my big Epic Games library that it's 90% of it is all free.
Which I am currently downloading now.
Yeah, it is such a great source for gamers that want to, especially for like the indie game developers. That's a lot of the stuff that they drop on there for free is indies, and then I think once or twice a month they'll drop a AAA title that's been out for a year or so. So that's why I have all the AAA titles that I name dropped, like Hitman and Layers of Fear 2 and Amnesia, Just Cause 4. Just Cause 4, ironically, is the lead protagonist is voiced by Orion Okaba, who used to be on Critical Role back in season 1, and he's such a down-to-earth dude. Like, I'm friends with him on Facebook, and long story short, he was kind of like a mentor to me in a way, like talking back and forth here and there, just keeping in touch and stuff, because I'm a big fan of his. And he's also, if you play Neverwinter, he's I can't remember the name of the wizard, but he's the wizard that you meet in one of the areas that you get sent to in the like end game levels, and he's a main character for there where you go get all your missions and stuff. But and just a number of stuff that he's done I can't even count. But I actually interviewed him on here on this channel once.
Nice. For
like two and a half hours. We sat and just shot the shit, and I asked him a bunch of questions, and then I had some friends send me some artwork of theirs of like random characters they drew, and I threw them up for him, and he just started making voices for him and stuff.
Oh, nice.
It was really cool.
That's awesome.
But
Man,
yeah.
No, say you being DM and everything, that plus the improv classes just go hand in hand, huh?
That's part of the reason. Yeah, that's part of the reason why I wanted to take it, was not only to get my acting chops in line for free, was to get some more confidence into improv and as a DM, because it's easy to do as a player when you know your character and you know what you want them to be like, to kind of dive into them, because you have the DM creating that world for you and you have other players to bounce off of. But man, when you're the DM and you got to come up with shit on the fly so fast, and there's a ton of VSNs.
And especially rules, like making sure every player's following every rule. I was like, oh man, I would, being the player, you could just do something. DM's like, nope, you can't. You're like, okay, well, I'll do this.
Yeah.
As DM, you've got to catch all that.
That's the part I do. That's one part I do like, actually, though, is not because I don't know all the rules, but I know enough from playing as a player and watching a crap ton of Critical Role and stuff. Is the just being able to be the shot caller there.
Yeah.
Having players be like, I want to try to do this. And like, all right, well, tell me how you are going to do that, because here's what you're faced with.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, you can tell me how you plan on doing it, then I'm going to tell you to roll something, and if you don't roll well, then it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I love it.
We had a player one time, our current team, 3 of the players that were there with this other player that we don't speak of anymore because they're gone, but
He should not be named.
yeah, they shall not be named. They would take like 20 seconds to resolve a roll, and it was always taking forever. They barely ever talked. You almost, like 90% of the time, you forgot they were even there playing. No matter how hard you push them to get their player to do or their character to do something, and then on top of it, you had this one scenario that they keep bringing back up about how they made this. They were in combat, and there was a tiny little stream, 5 foot wide, no more than 6 inches deep, that they kept making such a big deal. Like, I want to move up to the stream. Where am I? You're at the stream. I want to move up to the stream and then go over it. Okay, well, you're standing next to the stream, so just go over it. Okay, but do I have to roll for that? It's like, no, it's like 6 inches deep. You can cross the stream. Like, and it was just this long thing that took way too long. And by the time her turn was over, everybody was kind of like, "Oh wait, I'm up now. Okay, fine."
Yeah.
I was falling asleep there.
See that I'd be a little nervous at first. That I'd be kind of the same way as I'd just be like, "Am I doing this right?"
That's
like every 20 seconds.
well, see, there's a difference because like I can tell just by talking to you guys and gaming with you with the improv and stuff that D&D is definitely like something you guys would thoroughly enjoy and pick up really fast because a lot of it is just improv and storytelling with dice. It's kind of like where they say like voice acting where only so much of it is really talent. The rest of it is knowing how to use your equipment, knowing how to market yourself, this and that. Like, that's how it is with D&D. Only so much of it is really knowing the rules. More of it is how you go with it. What you do with the game in process is really like how that works out.
Makes sense.
And that's why I think you see even actors. There's actors who will openly admit to playing to D&D too. I mean, shit, friggin' Harmon Quest, they have guest star actors on there all the time.
Yep. Yeah, and I'd say I'm always making up percentages, but I would say like a solid 3/4 of the ones that come on have played one form or the other of something like D&D before. So they're just like naturally good, and the fact that they're actors, just their improv skills are just on point.
Right.
But yeah, when I found out about Harmon Quest, I was so blown away because watching Critical Role for so long, I was like, man, I wish they would take this show and like play it and record it, but then like don't do that live, like stream. I don't know. It maybe wouldn't work that way, but one way or the other, like take the recorded audio of it and then make a cartoon from it.
Yeah,
like, that's what I want to see. And then I found out Harmon Quest was exactly that, and I was like, oh shit,
perfect.
Yeah, so brilliant. But any Critical Role fans out there, they're in the process of making their first animated series.
I did not know that actually.
Yeah, they and Amazon bought it, so it's going to be on Amazon.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's cool.
I'll be honest, I still need to check out that show in its entirety.
It's good.
I'm so out of the loop on it, so.
On Critical Role?
Yeah, that's like also me with Animaniacs. Everybody's like, oh, you got to watch the remake of it, and I'm like, I'm trying, but like with my schedule, it's like I barely am home as I speak. Really,
my son and I would binge. We binged the new what do you call it, reboot on Hulu. We binged through that like within two or three weekends. And
how many episodes is there? I'm excited to watch it.
I think it's only like 10. I think it's only like 10 episodes.
I know what.
Are they each like just like 30 minutes or something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not long either. They're just as
the
short
only
as
show
the old ones.
The only show I kind of recently caught up on was WandaVision by watching the first 2 episodes, and I was like, that's kind of not really doing it for me.
I have to recommend sticking it out because the 3rd episode is a big eye opener.
Yeah, I heard something about like the beekeeper or something like that, and everybody's like, "Oh my god!" And it's like, well,
Well, there's
Yeah,
that. It all depends on how big are you into the MCU and all the Easter egg knowledge that they've been laying in with the movies, because
Not much, but I watch videos that kind of catch me up to speed on, like, you know, the whole, like, how the 23rd or whatever on the calendar was marked with a heart or something, that people are like, oh, that's an Easter egg to how many MCU films they've done or something. I'm like, you know, oh yeah, we're just going into Bernie mode.
Yeah.
Bernie, what's your favorite MCU film?
Once again, I'm here to tell you, episode 3. See, I try to do Bernie, and then I just slide into Obama. I'm like, I'm just here to tell my constituents. Let me lay it down with a Brocco busy, dizzy my hizzy. Just so it goes.
I like it.
I know I've tried practicing my 45 impression
45
on the occasion, as he's referred to.
Oh,
Not ringing any bells.
President 45, yeah.
Yeah, but
I won't lie, you said that. I was trying to think of like how a 45-year-old person talks. I was like, is that what you're saying?
I went right to I can't think of the band.
going back home to my
Staring
vacation
down
home
the
in Florida
barrel
with my
of a
billions
45.
of dollars.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, Ex POTUS.
Listen, it's gonna be huge. China loves me. I love me. No collusion. No collusion. Everybody loves me.
We are gonna be great again. I promise you.
Yeah, I tell you, man. I think one of the best one of the best impressions on TV that I've ever seen was Saturday Night Live. Oh God.
Are you talking about Alec
Baldwin? Yep. Yeah. God, those
I
are
will
so good.
say, actually,
Oh,
if you guys
Logan.
haven't seen it, look up the YouTuber who became the new voice of Cleveland Brown for Family Guy.
Oh, I
what?
saw.
That dude is freaking talent in a nutshell.
I don't think that.
Hey, Peter.
Yeah. He does like a bunch of YouTube videos where he's like doing voice impressions, and each one he does is like spot on. It's like, and he's going into Call of Duty lobbies just like talking like Trump, like, you have a very beautiful mother.
I think I know who this is without not knowing who it is. Like, I've seen his videos on Facebook, like little clips of it.
Oh yeah,
That's
his
really
name is
familiar.
like Azarus or something.
There's another really phenomenal impressionist that used to be on Saturday Night Live. His name was Pharrell something, or maybe I'm getting that wrong. Black dude, so good. His Obama was on point. His names, Training Day, Denzel Washington. It was phenomenal. Jamie Foxx, he could do, like, I mean, anybody with any black dude.
Oh,
could
Jay
do.
Farrell.
That's it, Jay Farrell.
Yeah.
Superb. I mean, dude, Kevin Hart, like, everybody.
I know.
He's
It's so
insane.
great.
Oh yeah, I knew that was.
Okay.
I just had to go.
I had to look it up myself.
And then his Jay-Z's. Oh my God, his Jay-Z impressions are so funny.
Oh, I was just because a clip of Jay on the news skits, on one of the news skits. Every time I see the news skits, though, I think of Bill Hader and his Stefan. Did you ever watch that on SNL? It's probably like his best character. It's just really. He's like.
Oh, Stefan! Oh my
I
God!
saw
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I saw it again.
He's like,
but-
yeah. He's always like, this club has everything. Circus midgets and tiny little men that wipe your butt after you've gone to the bathroom. Oh man, he always loses it. Like I feel like
He starts laughing and it's amazing.
I feel like they write the script and they
Oh,
don't
yeah.
show him until he goes up, and then they just like read it, because he, like, you can see his eyes like reading the cards, and he half the time it almost looks like he doesn't even want us. Like he's like, no, that's too Oh well, I'm Stefan.
So the one impression that I can watch 100 times and I'm gonna laugh at every time. I hate them as an actor, but when I saw this impression, I was like, okay, my perspective's changed a little bit. Is Melissa McCarthy doing Sean Spicer?
I don't think
If you got, oh my,
uh-oh.
Did he freeze? It's a contemplating freeze.
No, he's just getting into the frozen Bernie.
Yeah.
He's literally frozen now. Oh no, Dan. Look at that glorious mustache though.
Yeah.
Or beard.
Poor guy.
Oh man, bring it out.
He just got done telling before you got back. He was just telling me how he bought oh, so that is him. Darkness Imp 21. Fuck, computer just took a dump. Oh.
No, come back.
But yeah, he was just saying how he got done. Oh, you know what it is, Dan? If you're oh no, the camera's shifted. Let me fix that real quick because that's gonna annoy the shit out of me.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah.
Let me put you.
He's probably downloading all the Epic games at the moment.
Well, no. What it is well, it's kind of that. It's the fact that he has downloading while we're streaming.
Oh yeah.
That's a no bueno.
I'm telling you right now, I found this crazy Ethernet cable. It's supposed to be able to like transfer like almost, it's like a gigabyte worth of information like a second.
Mm-hmm.
I just bought that for like $20. Nothing. I've been downloading games this whole time too.
Oh, you have okay. Well, maybe your computer's a little more beefed up for the.
I hope so. I paid good money for it.
Right.
Actually, no. I bought it. I bought it used from my buddy.
I bought mine used game from a gamer guy, and it was custom built. He didn't know squat about it. Because he was like, I don't play video games on it anymore, so I just bought a I don't know, like one of the new Xboxes or PlayStations or PS5 or 4. No, 4 because I bought this a year ago. So.
Well,
if I ended up with a Bernie pose, I would have been so happy. Yeah, that would have been great. Let's see. Who's camera 2?
Baby, come back.
I'm just gonna mute his camera. Bring mine up.
But the main selling point for this desktop that my buddy sold me is that he threw in a 4K monitor with it, which is cool. But he sold it off to me for like $500, and it does more than what I need. But the main reason is that he said he had Ableton 9 downloaded on that, and you're a music guy, so you probably know what Ableton is, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's was it light or the full version?
It was the full version of 9, and it's in my desktop. But he hasn't used this thing in like 3 or 4 years, so he downloaded it back on Windows 7 or 8, and then whenever I got it, I updated it, of course, and now it's at Windows 10. I don't think Ableton 9 is compatible with Windows 10.
Yeah, I actually
let me click. It wouldn't let me click on it, open it up, nothing. I was like, damn, I got all this badass stuff in my desktop, but I can't even use it.
Yeah, actually, when I got my Scarlett 2i2 Studio combo and the original mic that came with it, I'm pretty sure it came with Ableton Live Lite.
Nice.
It was the light version it came with, but I never used it because Audacity was free, and I already had an Ableton Lite, but Ableton was a lot more to it, and a
little bit more of a learning curve on it.
Yeah, so I was impatient, and I downloaded Audacity, which was super user friendly, and I was just like, oh, this is way easier. I'm just gonna use this, and I looked into it, and there's a lot of people that still use it that are making a living off of voiceover. So I was like, it's not the thing. I guess I'm rolling off trail here, but the thing a lot of people forget is like, you don't need Pro Tools and all that fancy shit to be a voice actor. Like, you're recording one track, you're editing one track. So Audacity can do everything, well, not everything, but everything you need it to do. And it's not the software that's creating the audio, right? It's about your hardware, and it's about your editing skills. Is, that's the whole thing. The sound from Pro Tools to Audacity is the exact same thing coming in and out. It's what you do with it in the process and what you're recording with. So if you got a bad room noise,
Pro Tools guy right here. I know all about it.
nice.
Oh my god, I hate dealing with it. It's just what you're. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but you
Nope.
just mentioned it. Me and my audio gas monkey guys who work. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Gas Monkey Live. It's a concert venue in Dallas. But me and my old audio friends always talk about, because I went to school. I was telling you to record music, and that's all they taught us was Pro Tools, because that's industry standard. And it's so. I get it. It can do a lot. But it's not user-friendly at all. It's so hard to, it's just too much. It's too much, in my personal opinion. Pro Tools in a way just too much. It's, the way they made it, I don't think it's the learning curve's hard. That's just it. And as making music, it's good for editing, but if you're gonna make music, you don't need it at all. I think it's good for video editing. That's about it. Or audio editing in videos, because you can literally just throw the video right on Pro Tools and just start mixing along with the track or with the clip. Yeah. Yep. No, yeah, that's exactly what my friends are doing right now. They're in Denton. They made their first album, their first professional studio album, with the guy who recorded Bowling for Soup's album that went gold, and they did a live professional recording with him, and they ended up scratching the album just because one of my friends said they weren't ready. The album didn't come out the way they wanted it to sound. Nothing wrong with the audio guy, just they were still kind of new as a band, and now they've been playing more. They're we actually kind of want our CD sound like this, so they scratched that and took it to a home. This guy who has a recording studio out of his house, if not just as good of sound quality, and he uses what's it called?
Cubase?
Reaper.
Oh yeah, Reaper.
Okay. Looking, and maybe just because I use Pro Tools, it's just so much, it's kind of complicated. Reaper is so just easy on the eyes. There's not too much. You could see everything you need for it too.
Yeah.
I was like, man,
I used.
awesome.
Yep. Well, first I want to say real quick, I got to address the chat room. Poor Dan in there saying he was calling it a night, but he pointed out that I since we've been back, when we lost him, I muted my mic and I forgot to unmute it. So this whole time we've been talking, I've been on mute. So, but it's not like we got anybody watching anymore anyway. So, but
so I was just kind of just talking to myself.
Yeah, it's just you when you're not talking, it's just yeah, oh yeah. That'll be that. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, speaking on Oh shit! What the fuck is the name of it again?
Reaper.
Reaper, yeah. That was the first one I wanted to learn on actually before I tried Audacity, and yeah, I mean I'm watching. Dan says, "Yeah, you're watching, but you don't count. You were just on the show." Yeah, it's super user friendly, and the like you said, easy on the eyes. Not a lot there, but it was a budget thing for me where it came down to I was using it and it lets you use it up until, well, actually as soon as you log in it considers yourself using it, and then you're only allowed so many hours in it, and then I logged in.
Oh, for like the free version?
Yeah, because my dumbass, I didn't know that it counts the hours, so I would log in and then go watch YouTube videos. So I'm watching hours of videos and then tinkering around, losing all these hours to actually record with. So my free thing ran out, and then it like I saw how much it was to pay to have it, and I was like, no thanks, can't do that.
And that's and that's just, and it's these, and that's another thing. Like, so many people. This was the biggest pain in the ass was the freaking iLock thing. I lost mine for the longest time. Couldn't even log into Pro Tools.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to call 2 different people, and then actual Avid themselves. You have to buy a customer support ticket.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll talk to you and help you, but whenever I needed to transfer my license from my old one to my new one, they're like, oh yeah, you're gonna have to purchase a $40 customer ticket. I was like, why? I've already bought this system, like this software. He goes, yeah, that's just what we do here. I'm like, whatever, man, this is ridiculous. Like, but the way I think of Pro Tools, they're like the Apple of the software.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, they don't care.
Yeah.
If you get pissed off and go, there's gonna be 3 more that come in front of you, so or come in your place. So yeah. But I think I'm gonna get ready to wrap this up because it's 11 o'clock here.
I got you. It's only 10 around that.
So Dan, if you're still watching, and you too, obviously, both of you definitely look into Baldur's Gate 3, and
no, I will be getting that.
And I would put that on our list, and Dying Light for sure. Like, if you can get that on PC, or if there's, I don't think it's crossplay. Some games are, some games aren't. I don't think Dying Light's crossplay though.
It's not. I already checked.
Yeah, but
hey, Fall Guys too.
Yeah, I have Fall Guys.
All of it.
Yep. Yeah, super fun.
That'd be fun.
But if you can get Baldur's Gate 3, I highly recommend it. And then if you can get Dying Light on computer, Dan said it downloaded on his, so he has it now. It usually is either cheap or on sale for super cheap on Steam. So definitely pick it up when you can. But I did want to say, because I know we all talked about that gamer commitment thing where people sucker you into buying games and then dip out on you. If those 2 games, I would be willing to commit time with you guys on for sure. Like at least a night or 2 a week or something popping on, because I've been trying to get my buddy, whose name I won't bring up, but and I don't nothing bad to say about him. It's just I try to get him to play. He pops on with me for like an episode and then ghosts me for like 6 months. So I'm like, dude, I'm glad I already have these games and I didn't do the same thing I do with everybody else where I buy a game. But yeah, so
no, I'm definitely down. It'd be fun, and that's all I do is just stream of mine. So
yeah, so I mean, shit, if your computer allows it, you could always just run your stream. I'll run mine.
That's what I was honestly thinking already. So we can have views from both cameras.
Yep, people can just swap back and forth between channels.
What's that called? A cross? What's they call it whenever 2 shows and it
co-stream?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, or there's another way. I think it's called cross
something.
Yeah, it's like cross streaming or cross play. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah,
they get it.
I'll pop back on tomorrow if you guys wanna, if the three of you wanna get together on something, because that would be super fun to get in the habit of at least like once a week, just to get a a group of people together gaming something, like even just the three of us just committing to like one game, just start it from the very beginning and just play it all the way through.
That's what I'm trying to do. So I'm definitely down.
Because I miss that shit back in the old Xbox days where people would do that
co-op
together.
Games? Yeah, dude, co-op games are
you
the
would have
best.
that night that you met, you'd get on and you'd play, and then next night same thing. It was like,
yeah,
I miss that.
Those were the days.
Those were the days.
Those were the days.
That was long ago.
So yeah, anybody watching, or if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to hop on over to www.twitch.tv/slipperysteve. And Anthony, if you want to plug your channel, go for it, man.
Definitely. Follow me at Z Fighter Nation or ZFight Nation or Twitch, whatever.
Twitch.tv/
yeah, Z Fight Nation, and I'm just gonna be doing a lot of fighting games and horror games and anything playing with buddies. So
yeah,
on out. Let's have fun.
Yep.
Fight
So,
me on it.
Maybe you'll see us back here tomorrow night doing this not the lounge, but maybe we'll be back tomorrow night and actually get into some fucking games.
Hell yeah, man.
I want to play some shit, man. I'm excited. So peace out, everybody.
All right, take it easy, everyone.
Have a good night and be good to yourself. I forget the rest of it. Beat hate with love. Yay. Bye.
Yeah.